Hello and welcome to your weekly analysis. Let's start off with the pound US dollar. I think that we could see a further push up to this line here, 1.72644 area. If we look on the monthly chart, we can see we have resistance to this area and we have more resistance to this area before we see a major pullback. Or we could see just a retest of this level first before we get another push higher. So if we do get any more pullbacks, I'd wait for a bounce off this area here, or we'd wait for a break of this area before we would consider buying. Now to the Euro US dollar. From the daily chart, we have a nice pin bar, so we could get a retest of this area here before any further selling, or we could make it back to the top of this range here at 1.3988, 1.3688 should I say. Now the USD JPY, I've noticed that if we was to zoom out on the daily chart, we are in fact in a huge wedge which started towards the end of December, early January time. And I'd just like to say that if there was a breakout to either side, I have noticed from wedges before that on the breakout move we normally get to, if we look at the height of the wedge, we normally get a breakout that could equal that size. So if it was to the downside, and if you look left, you'll see that we have support in this area. But alternatively, if we got a break to the upside, if we look again, we also equal this size, and if we look left again, we also see that we have resistance there. So if we've got a breakout long, or if we've got a breakout short, those are the areas which we'll be looking to target. Now for the USD Swissy, we're also in a channel and we are moving up, but if we look at this long-term trend line that has been in place since, let's have a look now. Now that's been in place since July of 2012, so that is a well-established trend line. But I don't think nothing to worry about yet. But in the smaller term, we have a trend line that's been in place since March 2013. So if we pull back now into the daily chart, I think we should see a retest of this area here, which should bounce off the channel bottom before we get another test and probably a break to the upside. And if we look left again, we can also see structured resistance around about the 91 area, 91,115 area. Now USD CAD. Now, from a daily chart point of view, we can see that we've not long bounced off this trend line, which if we pull out on a weekly chart, we can see this is a well-established trend line and has been in place since the 9th of September 2012, so I can't see us breaking that trend line anytime soon. So we're either going to get a retest of this area here, which is also support, also backed up by the trend line. So we're looking, if you did get a pullback, at a roughly 370 pip move long. Now we're going for the Australian US dollar. Now if we see here, we made a move higher, but the MACD does not confirm that, so it's showing signs of weakness in the market. So I wouldn't be looking to buy anytime soon. If we do get below this area, we're looking to target this for any bounces to go long, and then possibly to break this area, and I'd look to retest before I started selling. Now to the New Zealand US dollar. If you can see here, we've broken this trend line here, and we've now started to pull back, and we've got a nice pin bar I'd personally look to be getting to the 150 area, possibly 618, before I would consider selling. And we would be looking to aim for either this support area or trend line. Okay, thank you, and that's this week's analysis.